Hi PJ.
Hi PJ.
This is a video response to you, sir, regarding Harry Potter.
Let's go for it. What house are you in, Tom?
Me? I think I decided a long time ago that I would be a Hufflepuff. If I applied myself in school, then I would probably be a Ravenclaw, but I think the Sorting Hat would be like, this lazy bastard isn't gonna make the grade for Ravenclaw, and he's not really brave, and he's just kind of nondescript, you know, like an Ernie Macmillan or a Justin Finch Fletchley. It'll be a fine Hufflepuff. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, well, I don't really know.
Nah, you're a Ravenclaw. You're smart enough.
Yeah, when I've taken tests on the internet in the past, I've got Ravenclaw.
When you've taken tests for school,
say
100%.
Yes.
You're a Ravenclaw.
100%. Yeah, that's what I got in English class. Everybody got, like, some people got like 100%.
Is that gonna be?
It's gonna be out of focus probably, okay. But it's fine.
I'm sorry. This says July 16th, 2005. I found it recently, which I'm very excited about because that was my favorite day of my life, pretty much, when Half-Blood Prince came out. Yep.
Yes. Anyway,
Ravenclaw.
I think I'm probably a Ravenclaw, because I like to.
I'd go along with that.
Put a lot of thought into things. I think before I speak and such other things. I think that's Ravenclaw quality. Patronus.
My Patronus, I used to say squirrel because I liked squirrels, but I don't really think of them as like a power animal or anything. They're kind of goofy. But I think now I would say some sort of bird. Not sure which type of bird, but I think of birds as like just generally every time you see a bird, you know, they seem pretty spiritual, seem very
like you,
in tune with nature, just like me. No, just like Patronus, man. They'll like ward off the darkness, yeah. Just like a Patronus should. And they're just, I mean, yeah. Birds are always majestic and just they can fly, man. It's amazing. Yeah. How about yourself?
I would say a cat, and I'm sure many people say cat. It's because it's a common pet, you know. Lots of people like cats a lot. Now. Yeah. But also, I think I would think, maybe not just like a tabby cat or something, but at the least, you know, like some sort of cool jungle cat or something.
Ooh, like a jaguar?
Yeah.
Puma?
I
cheetah?
don't know. But some kind of cat.
Leopard?
Just because I feel...
Snow leopard?
I feel cats in my soul. Just the...
Jungle cats are cool.
Their appearance. Or maybe even an otter. A river otter.
I'm pretty sure that's somebody's...
That's Hermione's. Yeah. Hermione's is an otter. I don't know if it's a river otter. But otters, I also feel...
They're cat-like.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the whiskers. I feel a sort of connection
and they
with
hold
those animals.
Hands on Tumblr.
Oh, they hold hands on Tumblr, yeah. Okay, what's your subject?
My favorite subject would be Care of Magical Creatures, probably. Just because I would think I would just get into it. Like, it would just be like, I mean, it would just be interesting just to see like, oh, this is a unicorn. This is what you actually, if you're actually caring for a unicorn, this is what you need to do. Or a thestral, hippogriff, any stuff, like the fact that you actually, just the name, Care of Magical Creatures, like you actually have to take care of it like an animal. That's like a horse. Like with a horse, you gotta get all the...
Take it by its head and hit it.
No, when you lift up its hoof and you get the stuff out of its hoof, like that's like, and brush it and take care of a horse. But you do that with the hippogriff. That's neat.
Sounds weird.
I almost cursed, but I'm not sure if we're gonna curse in this one.
Okay.
So, what about yourself?
My favorite subject, probably be potions. Not just because of Professor Snape. But just because I think I would get really into like chopping different roots and stuff to precise portions, and then I would like focus. I would like very, very much focus on mixing things properly, and then I would like work really hard on trying to get the perfect mixture. And plus you can make all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, like, you can make luck potion if you work really, really hard and like you make it really, really well.
Point.
And I mean, like love potion.
To be fair, you can do that with like transfiguration. If you work really hard, you can like turn yourself into half a shark, like Chrome, which
That's
is
true.
Cool.
It's all amazing. But still, there's something just very appealing about potions, about being able to mix something and then be able to take it and do stuff.
You see, that sounds kind of appealing to me, but I would be really, really awful at it. That's just not my.
I think I would. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it would be awful at first, but I would get very, very into, like honing my skill, and I would really want to do really well at it.
You go first this time. Your favorite place?
My favorite place. It was a tough one because I'm not sure my favorite place and where I would really want to go. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and say Hogsmeade in general, because I believe, what was it even called? Madam Puttyfoot's. Madam Puttyfoot's tea shop. I really want to go there, because that's always been one of my.
That's where Roger Davies is.
That's where Roger Davies is. That's why. But I've just always really liked that chapter because of the title, The Beetle at Bay. I think is a wonderful thing, and even like when I was like 11 and I read the book for the first time.
Regardless of the context, just the words, The Beetle at Bay. The
Beetle at Bay. Like, I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what keeping something at bay meant. Yeah. I had no idea. I learned it, like, years later.
Was that, like, a band name or something?
What?
Didn't you, like, start a band called that or something?
No, I didn't. I tried to make that my YouTube, but it was already taken.
Of course.
That was actually the first thing I tried before Lord is the Astro. Yes. So, I think Hogsmeade in general, but, I mean, my immediate thing is the Burrow. Though, because that's the thing that I've always got very sad over, knowing that it's not real. But then just all the wonderment that is at Hogsmeade, I think. Yeah. Probably my favorite.
As you said, it's hard not to say the Burrow, because like, but then again, I mean, then it gets kind of one of those weird questions where like, I mean, it's my favorite place, but if I actually went there, they would just be like, "Who are you?" like we're a pretty tight knit group. This isn't like a place where anybody just comes.
Anybody just comes.
Like, we'd have to make friends with somebody, and like then I don't know. Yeah, it'd be weird.
That's very true.
Yeah, but even I mean but if you were part of the family and then you had that camaraderie with and just like the everything going on there and they all play Quidditch and stuff, it sounds like such a good time.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
My favorite. I was gonna say Gryffindor Common Room. Even though I'm a Hufflepuff, I mean maybe the Hufflepuff Common Room. Wasn't that in the second book, maybe?
I don't think so.
I don't know. No, they went into the Slytherin one, and then there were Hufflepuffs in the second.
At the end.
Whatever.
Hufflepuffs don't have a common room. They're just, you know.
If I was Hufflepuff, I would just go hang out.
They sleep in the Great Hall.
No, the Gryffindor Common Room, just to be like, it just sounds like such a cool place, like, just to be young, you know? And just be hanging out with your friends, like, after class, just, like, hanging out in the big plushy chairs, just, like, reading a book or something around the fire. Like, that just sounds so appealing.
Isn't it unfair how they have, like, the big plush chairs and, like, it's all warm and nice, and the Slytherins, like, even if you're, like, a nice guy, like, all Slytherins aren't mean.
Yeah, I just realized, I feel like we've been talking for, like, 20 minutes, so we should probably speed this up.
Well, we can edit a little bit. Line, I'm gonna go, it's a very, I feel like it's a stereotypical one at this point, but I always cry. Of course it is happening in your head, Harry, but why on earth does that mean that it is not real? It's beautiful.
I had to pull this out because if this was like 2005, then I could have 2007, more like.
If it was 2003.
All good years. I could have recited this shit verbatim, but because it is, I'm not as skilled as I once was. Dumbledore in the chapter The Centaur and the Sneak, my favorite chapter of any of the books. Order of the Phoenix is the book it is from, when Dumbledore is being taken away after the DA is discovered and he has said, that's Dumbledore's army, and then Fudge is like all excited, but then he says, oh, we've hit this snag. He's like, it just seems that you are laboring under the delusion that I am going to, what is the phrase? Come quietly. I am afraid I am not going to come quietly at all, Cornelius. I have absolutely no intention of being sent to Azkaban. I could break out, of course, but what a waste of time. And frankly, I could think of a whole host of things I would rather be doing. I remember then it just continues, gets even more badass from there. When Fudge is like, oh, so you're going to take on all of us all by yourself? And he's like, Merlin's beard, no, not unless you're foolish enough to force me to do so. Oh! And it's just like, oh! It's just like he's, all the books, it's just like acknowledged, like, oh, Dumbledore's the greatest wizard ever. He's so powerful and stuff. But he's like he's just like this old, goofy guy. And he's like, obviously he doesn't like brag about his skills or anything, but then at this point he's like, this is what he has to.
Like awesome.
He has to be.
He's
this
just
guy.
like awesome.
He's awesome. He just has to be this guy for a moment, so he has to be like so clearly amazing. I am better than all of you, so much better.
Yeah.
And I just I can't help but say it.
My favorite moment is at St. Mungo's. It's not a favorite moment. Yeah, I guess PJ said in the forest, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a favorite moment because it's fun or something, but when they're in St. Mungo's and Neville's parents, and he gets the bubblegum wrapper and then she just throw it away and then he puts it in his pocket and he saves it and then it's not funny.
And Harry said, it's like it said something about, it was Neville like stares at him, daring them to laugh or something, but Harry had never found anything less funny in his life. We were just watching the 5th movie, and we were saying how that was a great decision by the filmmakers not to include that scene, because there's some things you just can't fuck up, you just can't risk it.
That's the best. That's my favorite moment. Yes. What's yours?
Mine would be the Flight of the Prince chapter of Half-Blood Prince. Snape, Harry's all, fight back, coward, and Snape turns around, his face contorted into whatever it says, something, it says that he looks criminally insane or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't call me coward. And it's just like, it's just this, and particularly in retrospect, you know, when you, because, you know, I mean, Harry doesn't know at that point. Mm-hmm. Harry just saw him kill Dumbledore, and it's just like, but then in retrospect, you just know what Snape has done, and you feel the full brunt of those words, and that's it's so ridiculous. Yeah. Oh man, talk about something they did fuck up in the movie though. He doesn't say anything. He says, "I'm the Half-Blood Prince." He like mumbles it, and then he just walks away, and Harry's just like lying there like, what happened?
Yeah.
And their movie didn't even really say anything about the Half-Blood. That wasn't even a mystery in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Character. My favorite character is Neville, which goes along with my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Neville. Since the first book, he gets awarded points because he stands up against his friends. It's so beautiful.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's so. My favorite character is going to be Albus Dumbledore, which is strange because, like, as I said, like I love him throughout the whole thing, and then in the fifth book, his whole character, all of his moments in the 5th book are like my favorite thing of any of the characters. He's my favorite character ever. Anything in the whole books. Dumbledore in the 5th book is my favorite thing in any of the books, pretty much.
It's my favorite thing.
But then it's strange. Like by the end of the 7th book, I don't even really like him anymore. But I don't think that's like a bad thing. Like I think it's just like interesting, like how. Like I'm like he was such a smart guy, but he was so dumb. He made so many dumb decisions. Like I can't. It's like it blows my mind that he, like how little he told Harry and how much he risked and stuff. But it was all for love, you know. But it's just like so that makes it even more interesting that I like don't even really. I'm not even like, you don't even revere him by the end or anything, and he's just like he's just some guy.
Yeah, I thought about that a lot. We read the Deathly Hallows the other day. I was thinking about that. That was the King's Cross thing.
And he's just and he starts crying and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ariana. That's overall 4 stars. Great books.
Pretty good books. I liked him. You know. Yep.
We can cut back to here. What are you gonna say to PJ?
PJ.
We love you.
We love you. No, you're the Ministry of Magic. Love. Yeah, the love, etc.
We both said, "Aww."
What a good.
And that's most powerful force. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Harry Potter for life.